Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to learn how to add a new disk to Azure Virtual Machine and how to configure it using LVM. This is the one of the most common tasks performed by Linux and Azure administrators in production environments. By the end of this video, you will know how to attach manage a disk in Azure and how to identify the new disk in Linux, and how to configure the LVM, and how to create the file systems and how mount it permanently. Next, let's quickly see today's objectives. First, we will understand the Azure Manager Disk. Then we need to understand the why LVM is used. Next, then we will attach a new disk to our virtual machines. After that, we will configure that LVM. Finally, we will create one file system and mount it permanently. Here the architecture, if you see here, means this is the resource group. Inside resource group there are public IPs, virtual network and subnet and virtual machine. Yesterday I explained about the resource group. Here we can see the architecture. Next, Azure Managed Disk. Azure provides managed disk for virtual machines. Microsoft manages the storage infrastructure, so we don't need to worry about storage accounts. Normally, every VM has an operating system disk, that is OS disk. Whenever an application needs additional storage, then we will attach a data disk, keeping the OS data and application data separate to improve the performance and simplify the backup and recovery. Next, types of disk. Azure offers four main types of disk. First one is standard HDD. It is suitable for development and testing. Standard SSD provides balanced performance. Third one is premium SSD. It is used for production workloads. Next, Ultra Disk. It delivers the highest performance and is mainly used for mission critical databases. Next, why we need to add the data disk? Imagine your application stores large log files. If everything is stored on the OS disk, then operating system can run out of the space. So by adding separate data disk, the application data remains isolated from the OS. That means we can separate the OS disk and data disk. We can store the application data in the data disk. This also makes backups and storage expansion much easier. Here the overview. That means if we open, I will show this in all in Azure portal as well. Just we can open the Azure portal and select the virtual machines. Next, in virtual machine there are disks option will be available. Then create attach new disk, manage a disk. We can select and save the configuration. I will show this in Azure portal. Okay. Next, after once added disk means it will be available through it will we can see the in CLI through using these commands. List blocked images, fdisk-l, blkd. These commands can display the newly attached disk and everything it will show. Partitions, file system information, everything. Next, first of all, what is LVM? LVM consists of three layers. The first one is physical volume. It will this one represent as actual disk. Second one is volume group. It is VZ. It combines one or more physical disks into a storage pool. Then we will create a logical volume. This behaves like a normal partition where our data will store. Okay. Next, this is the LVM architecture. You see physical volume is the actual disk. Next, volume group. It will already told, right. There are two more physical volumes we can add into one volume group. Next, logical volume. This is the virtual partition created from the PG. If you mount one file system means if you store any data means it will store under logical volume. This is the architecture. First physical volume, next volume group, then logical volume, then file system. Here we can use the command to create physical volume. Pv create means it will create a physical volume. We can see to this command pv. If you run pvc command means it will list the how many physical volumes are there. Next, volume group. It will we can see vg create VG name, and we can add the physical disk. Then it will create a VG volume group. Here we can see it will combine the group of volume physical volumes into a storage pool. Next, logical volume. It will create from the VG. Logical volume behaves like a normal partition but can be resized easily. This is the concept. Next, file system. Once everything created, then we need to format this using this command mkfs xfs. Xfs means this is the file type. Next, make directory. We need to create one directory, and then we need to mount with the directory. Then this is, if you add in fstab entry, then it will add in permanently. If you don't add in fstab, means while rebooting the server, the file system will be won't mount. Okay. Okay. I will show now CLI. Now currently I'm in virtual machines. Just we can select virtual machines, means it will come to this page. Next we will, yesterday we already created RHL test 1.8.10. Then select. Now it is running already. Now navigate to the disk. Here this is the OS disk. Now here option will be there, create and attach a new disk. Here just we can create. Here we need to give data disk name. Just I am giving data disk underscore 00. First disk means we can select naming like this. Next, storage type we can select standard only. Premium SSD means high cost, so just I am selecting standard SSD. Then size I will give 32 GB. Okay, here encryption is platform manager key and read only. If you click apply, means it is notification will show. See, successfully created as data disk. Now it is updating virtual machine. So it is updated. Now if you just copy the IP, I'm logging to CLI. Okay, we need to check verify the disk is added or not. Just I will already logged in, so I disconnected again. I will log in. Ask username, password. Okay, now we are in server. Just if you run lsblk, means it will show. See, 32 GB disk added. Now I'm going to create a PV. Just log into root user. See, just logged in. Now I will create physical volume. PV create. If you enter tab, means it will come. Next, dev. Dev means devices. Just we will give the name disk. This is the data disk name. NV. If you give tab, means it will come. Next, PV. See, PV created successfully. If you check it is created or not, we run PVS command. See, dev PV NV002. How many physical volumes are that way? It will show. Then physical volume size, how much it is 32 GB. Then we will create VG. VG create. VG name I will give VG underscore data. We need to give the name like this. Then we need to give the physical volume name NV MV2. Just enter. Next, volume group created. If you check volume group created or not, VGS. Here volume group has been created. Here also 32 GB, but it will take from 1 GB free 31.197. GB. Okay. Next we will create LV create. Need to give the name LV name LV underscore data. Next we need to mention the size 32 GB, right? Just I will create one 30 GB. Next we need to give the here VZ name VZ underscore data. Just if you enter means it will create. See, logical volume has been created. If you give LVS, it will show. See, LV data has been created with 30 GB. Now I need to format this. XFS need to give the VZ name and LV name. V underscore data. See, it has been formatted. Now we need to create one directory to mount this. Make directory slash data. It has been created. Now I will mount with temporarily, or else if you enter in fstab also, okay. Just mount. See, before that I will run dff command. See, there is no data file system here. Now I will mount it to mount command. Mount dev vz underscore data vz underscore data. That directory name we need to give here. See, it is mounted. See, data is there with 30 GB. If you reboot this server means this data will be disappear. We need to mount within fstab entry, then only it will be permanently mounted. So I'm logging. I'm first of all, if you are doing any configuration changes, we need to take backup. So what is the command to take backup means tc fstab fstab today date we need to give 21st July 2026 .bkp. If you enter means it will take copy. So now we can edit the fstab entry. If anything wrong, we can replace that file. Just we need to go down, click insert, dev vz underscore data plus, sorry, we can give like above already there, right? Map plus vz data hyphen, sorry, vz underscore data v underscore. Then we need to enter the file system name data. Now this is the XFS file system, so giving me XFS defaults. There are multiple ways to we can give here vz underscore lv also we can give, like this also we can give. Now we added in fstab entry, just click and save. See, if you unmount means again you can unmount that file. Mount. See, it is unmounted now. It is already in fstab, right? So we can give just mount hyphen a means it is mounted. We need to reload this one service ctl on. Just see, if you give and see data is mounted, should just we can check data. So finally we have created one file system and mounted with LVM. This is the most important task for Linux administrators. Okay. Thank you for watching.